What's going on, guys? I forgot that part. Bradley Martyn here. Today's a great day. Before I get into this video, I pulled up and we're here early, working out early. These two guys came from
we're from Iowa.
From Iowa, yeah. Take your mic. Yeah, introduce yourself. Say whatever you want.
I'm Kenny. I'm from Iowa. Instagram.
This
Kenny.
is his older brother. He's taller.
Yeah, but I'm more jacked.
It's great. Yeah. I said that earlier. I told him earlier. I was like, he's more jacked. He's taller. Yep. It takes longer to build more muscle when you're taller, so we'll give him.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, go ahead.
At KennyMac16 is the Instagram. We drove here from Iowa about 30.5 hours. He was back on leave, and we drove his truck back.
30.5 hours. Leaving what? Marine Corps. Marine Corps.
Damn. We were kept telling him all the way.
Hold on, real quick. I've never been in the Marine Corps. I want to shout out to everyone in the Marine Corps. I appreciate the service. I'm not doing it, so thank you. Like I'm obviously just filming YouTube videos and like pretending to. So thank you. Yep. Yeah.
But the whole time I was telling this kid, I'm like, Johnny, yo, we gotta go to zoo. Like the zoo's gonna be badass. We got here last Friday, and then on Saturday we woke up, came here, hit upper body.
You guys been camping out the whole time?
Well, no, but
he's like, we got here, almost. We camped out. Go ahead.
The whole time. No, we hit legs. We're hitting legs today. Gonna kick ass. Try to. Leg day's important, even though Dom says it's not.
Yeah, it's very important. This is true. I'm glad they know this.
So I'm pumped to be here, and this guy's a realist, so for sure, everybody go follow him. Follow Kev too. He does some little bit more badass stuff.
Kev is kind of. But follow Kev too. I'm fucking around. Kev's a good dude.
This guy's a realist. He's awesome. Made an amazing gym. I'm glad to be here the 2 days that I have been. So
anything else you want to say to your mom?
Mom, I love you. I'm working hard.
It's always important, dude.
Working hard to pay for college. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Have a good workout. That's it. I just want to show love. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah. And I appreciate all you guys. Obviously, if you guys come to the gym, you guys are always like, if we're filming, you guys are a part of it. There's one more person I want to put in this because he thinks he's gonna challenge me. I see him lingering over here. I'm gonna give you a quick little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, everybody. My name is Franklin Gonzalez, and for some reason, Bradley Martyn thinks he's better than me at fucking Destiny. For some reason, let me show you guys something.
I think he's been practicing.
I know, because I told him to practice.
Have you been practicing?
Yeah, I have been practicing.
I told him to practice.
It took me a week. He hadn't been playing Destiny. It's been since 2013, right? 2013?
Oh, I don't know. I just kind of started a week ago.
Oh.
I'm brand new to it.
I just started a week ago. I'm already better than Bradley. But here we go. Here's a little challenge shit right there.
Oh,
let me put the brightness.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Look at this artwork. Look at this. We got to turn this. Does your shit turn?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Look at this artwork. Why'd he give himself extra muscles, though?
Those are legit.
Why'd he give himself extra muscles, though? Why'd he give himself extra muscles, though? Hold on a second. Well, mine are extra though too. So
everyone got a little extra.
You gotta sauce it up a little bit, otherwise it wouldn't be the internet.
But yeah, I have actually the zoo championship. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
You don't have it because it hasn't been fought for yet. You don't have it.
The thing is,
you purchased the belt. You didn't earn anything. There's nothing to earn.
Look, it was sent to me.
Okay, let me explain this real quick. You can't earn something if you don't earn it, right? We all know that. You bought it, but now you're gonna earn it when you play me. If you earn it, then you get it.
Well, yeah, it's a zoo championship. I'm gonna beat you, obviously, right?
We'll just stop it right there. I appreciate your time. I'll see you in how long? What, a couple weeks?
Yeah, whenever.
When you're ready to lose, that'll be the time.
Whenever you're ready to lose.
Anyways, if you guys want to lose at video games, then come join me here. You can come make silly claims like my buddy over here. Yeah, but see, this is the thing that's just how you know he's wearing the same thing as me.
Oh, he's wearing the same thing as me.
I had this shit on like 18 days ago. I've been wearing it since.
Bro, I got this shit before.
This for 18 days.
You got the inspiration from my shirt. I technically made this.
18 days.
You made it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. 18 days.
I mean, you don't have to intro it, but like, you know.
Do I look jacked in this lighting here?
Yeah, you do. For once.
Yes.
What you're gonna do?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna teach you guys is 3 things you need to know to get bigger shoulders today. But not necessarily today, but in like 4 weeks from today, starting today.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. No, I'm dead serious. If you start doing these things, money back, $39.99, just one payment, only half the payment you pay today. So links below, it'll lead you to nowhere, because I'm kidding. 3 things. Kev, you wanted to start this one off though, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, you said how much started off, bro? I got you. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna start the video, start it off. I started.
Oh, you were gonna record.
And now it's on you.
Okay, I got it. So, first thing, hand placement, grip. And the reason why this is important is because it's gonna have to do with the way you develop your shoulder. Now, it kind of goes into my second point, but it's like I don't want to spoil it yet, but I guess I'll just explain it to you. So let me grab a weight that's light, okay? Sorry.
Bro, that's 200.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Light.
I mean, he also has, that's the other weight I was gonna use.
Nah.
So I'll go ahead and grab the 15s. This will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine. He's using that. That's a little too heavy. So, check this out, guys, real important. When hitting shoulders, okay?
You don't have to be a big, strong man.
Yeah. That's not the first point though, but it's gonna make sense when I explain this to you. I've learned over time, it's not always about the weight. Yes, weight is important in certain exercises, but I noticed I made a certain amount of growth, I got a certain amount of strength, and I kind of like started to plateau as far as like shoulder growth went. But I changed something that like changed my game completely, and it was my hand placement in relation to like the weight, in relation to obviously the amount of reps that I'm doing, the weight's lighter. But I learned over time quality is much more important than quantity. So your shoulder is a really interesting body part because it moves in so many different directions, right? Now with that also being said, there's other muscles like your traps, right? You guys know, they know it's a trap, right? Kev has very short, shallow ones, but anyways, these are your traps. Your upper back muscles are very strong. So in relationship to the shoulder, when you do rear delt exercises, and I'm gonna say this, I believe the secret to big shoulders is big rear delts, right? Like almost indefinitely. Like as far as you see guys and you're like, man, I want that big, that wide, like that V taper. Obviously you can't be fat and have like a good V taper, but so losing body weight is important too. But having like those wider shoulders, a lot of times people are like, oh, they feel kind of narrow. They feel like they want to get their shoulders like wider. A lot of time that's not going to necessarily be for like it's not going to come from your front delt, right, or your medial. It's going to come from your rear delt because you're going to have that like that illusion or that line from like your rear delt to your tricep, like right here. Mine's not that great right now. Check the mirror though.
You can see.
Right?
Yeah.
So that line, right? If you get a little bit leaner, it shows more. But that line is created from your rear delt. Now the rear delt is such a small muscle that when you do certain movements like shoulder raises or you try and focus on your rear delts, a lot of times if you don't do it properly, like I said, the traps, the upper back, the rhomboids, the mid back, like the inside in the mid back, the rhomboids are going to take over and move the weight instead of your rear delt moving the weight, right? Same thing like when you set up on like a fly machine and you do rear delts. You see a lot of guys will do rear delts like this, and they'll do a lot of like mid back contraction, and then you just, once you do that, the mid back's contracting, you're missing out completely on the rear delt. So this is the tip number one, is like hand placement and range of motion, okay? So I'll show you guys real quick like the wrong way. I mean, again, nothing's really the wrong way because you're gonna build muscle regardless, but it's just like when you get to that point where you're like, you hit a plateau, things you might be able to do that can make it more beneficial for you from that point moving forward. So check this out. When I do rear delt stuff, if I'm like coming out, a lot of times, and there's a couple different variations to do this, what I'm focusing on doing is not grabbing the weight super tight. And I've talked about this before in other back videos, and just for back contraction in general, but you don't want to grab the weight super hard, okay? You want to almost like lightly cup the weight. Now, I can take this out of my ear, my sound. If you want to hit your rear delts, and let's say for example, we'll just sit down and I'll show you guys this example. Come over here, I'll show them. So, I'll show you guys wrong way and then right way. So, wrong way is this. Say I'm trying to hit my rear delt, okay? I'm gonna do like almost like an empty. Like I'm gonna, like imagine this is like a cup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like empty it.
Okay.
Okay? So it's a slight movement and it's gonna be a small range of motion. So I'll show you the wrong way. Like you'll see people, they'll sit down and be like, yeah, I'm hitting my rear delts, and they'll do one of these.
Yeah.
Right? You see my trap?
Yep.
Right? Versus what I'm trying to do the right way is I'm trying to almost keep my lats flared so that my shoulder can do the moving, right? Versus like the wrong way is this, right? It's like a shrug, it almost becomes a shrug. Versus my lat is flared and I'm trying to pull outward. Now you guys will also notice not only did the range of motion go from like here to here, but that's the point. The point is it's not just about like, oh, I see someone move the weight from there to there, I need to do that. Because everybody's built differently. So how long your muscle belly is or how thick your muscle belly is, like in relation to like tendons and ligaments, how like far, how tight you are. If you're super tight here, you're gonna have less range of motion there. All that stuff plays a role, so your range of motion is never gonna be the same as someone else because you guys are all built differently. So do where you can basically think about it where you still feel that muscle, right? You may not feel in the first 2 reps because you're not getting any muscle fatigue, but the idea is to focus on moving the weight with that muscle. So again, just super simple, and you guys can just practice this either chest supported or sitting up like I am. Not like this, right? Try and keep your lat flared so that the shoulder can pivot, and I can use the rear delt to move the muscle. Or I can use the rear delt to move the weight, right? So my range of motion will drastically like decrease, but I feel the tension in my rear delt versus in my trap, okay? That's tip number 1.
What's tip number 1?
That was tip number 1.
What is it?
That whole tip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta have like a thing for it, you know? You said a bunch of stuff.
I did.
Could you start it off with grip?
I guess it would be like kind of like 2 in 1, like grip and range of motion.
Okay. Cool.
So grip and range of motion.
Yeah.
Number 2, for shoulders, something that I learned over time. Unlike my chest and unlike my biceps or my legs,
You can go heavy.
You can go heavy.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like heavy is helpful for me. And again, I'm just telling you from my experience, guys. Everybody's different. But I learned when I started to drop the weight and I started to increase the reps. I'm not telling you guys like, oh yeah, I got cut and I got all this stuff. No, I literally got bigger. I was still eating to try and get big.
Yeah.
But me just doing more volume for my shoulders, meaning like whether I did more reps and sets that day or I did shoulders more often that week, just doing more volume in general helped get my shoulders bigger, right? So, you know, when I was younger, I would come and I'd be like, I would just work up to like hundreds and try and get like 3. And I'd work up to like 110 and try and get like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So now every once in a while I'll play with it, but a lot of times I'll come back down after going heavy and I'll go and do like 35s, 45s, which is very lightweight for me.
For a lot of reps.
For a lot of reps, very quality reps. Again, like I said earlier, the quality. Last one. So should I just show them a set or something?
Well, yeah, it's almost like these are all like that you did the weight, right? Or you did short range of motion.
Shorten the range of motion for the rear delts because it's about the rear delt.
Hand placement.
Hand placement, and it's also in regards to the rear delt because, like I said, the rear delt is like that's kind of the tip. Is that the rear delt's the thing that's going to give you? That's tip number 1. The rear delt is the thing that's going to like give you the most like width.
Yeah.
That's what's going to kind of build you outwards.
Yeah.
And then the second one is just shoulder size in general. So then it's like, instead of just always trying to go heavy because it's fun to challenge yourself. But like I learned that going back down and doing very, very quality, higher volume workouts got my shoulders bigger. Like drop sets, things like that.
Cool.
Pull it back a little bit more. And then the third one. This is all you, Kev.
What?
Third one's all you. I know you got something to show them, bro.
What? All right, show them.
You got something to show them.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Come on, man. I know you got this. We'll video you right now.
Well, it's pretty.
You got fancy hair.
It's pretty much like you said all of it in one. Like
I know.
Range of motion, grip.
Yeah, I did.
And
I kind of did say all
weight
3.
and lightweight.
Yeah.
So those are 3 right there. So
I just wasn't good at dividing them.
Yeah, and then plus the whole rear delt thing. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 tips after
Rear
that.
delt's a trick.
Yeah.
Hand placement.
Range of motion.
Range of motion. And volume.
Yeah. So do lighter but more reps, right?
Yeah, lighter, more reps. In a smaller range of motion sometimes, or the range of motion that works for you. Like, it's weird. Like in bodybuilding, you gotta find the muscle sometimes, especially for muscles that like are not developing as quick as other muscles that develop quick for you. Like some people just got really good triceps, really good biceps, really good shoulders.
Some people might not have to do this.
Some people might not. It might be like, you don't even need a hit. Like I got to a point where I stopped hitting shoulders because my shoulders would grow so much that might make my chest look small.
I don't think Ronnie ever lifted light. He just, he just
Ever lifted what?
light.
Light?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think he always just banged it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he did volume. Yeah, you want to cut? No, he did volume and some stuff. Redemption, when I watched that, he did. But it's like volume with like 900 pounds. So, which is why he was like the ultimate freak. But among other reasons, Ronnie's a legend though. I'm not taking any away from that. But yeah, I mean, I think bodybuilding just in general is like you guys got to realize that there's always going to be things that work real good for other people, and it's not always going to be the same for you. But like finding those things, I think the basic principles of like understanding your grip placement, understanding like the amount of reps and like volume you do, and then understanding like range of motions that work for you. And again, like why I say shorter range of motion is because if you always do full range of motion, like for anything, then you're gonna get the most out of it. But sometimes, like I said earlier, everyone's built differently. So like, let's say for example, my chest is super weak, right? Let's say my chest and the bench press is super weak, but I'm very sharp from like here to here. So for the pressing, it's my triceps are real good, real strong. But if I never like recognize that, and then be able to like, okay, assess that, recognize it, and then say, okay, to get my bench better, instead of keep like doing full range of motion, because I've been doing that for some time. Let's say you've been doing it for 3 years, I've been doing it for 3 years. I want to be a better bench overall. You need to figure out what those parts are, what those range of motion are that you need to improve through. So like, let's say from here to here you're slow, from here to here you're fast. So instead of always working the same whole range of motion, maybe you're just like, okay, now I want to get my chest stronger in this exercise, so you just work this range of motion. Get stronger through this range of motion before you go back to doing the full range of motion again. So it's just like understanding your strength, recognizing your strengths, and the thing is, over time you learn more and more what your strengths are and are not, so that you could just like almost keep like a mental tally, or if you use a notebook, keep a notebook of like where you're at, what you're doing, how you're doing it, just to get better. So if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs up anyways because you're here. And subscribe, turn on post notifications. I love y'all. What else? What else should we tell them?
That's it.
That's it? We don't have a thumbnail, bro.
We're gonna get one right now.
We're gonna try our hardest.
Yeah.